my name is Tyler. I'm at Killarney Boatworks. We're going to talk to you guys about the boat behind me. This is that 1930s Craft Deluxe Utility. We're just going to talk about the products that I used on it. So, I sanded it all down, and what I went for color is I actually went with the Interlux Stain, and it's the 573 Craft Mahogany Red. Okay, so I went and I put that on, and I just like caked the boat with it. And I rubbed it into all the broken spots where like the bad bungs, and I filled most of the bungs, but any inconsistencies in a wood. This is an original wood from the 30s, so you're gonna run into some issues with like stress cracks and stuff like that. So work that stuff through there. Okay, I let it sit for like 24 hours. I had a really good conversation with a guy named Greg in Michigan. He owns the exact same boat as me. He's like, yeah, that's a good stain to use, but make sure you get it all off. So I came in and I got a bag of rags and I just worked it off, and it made the grain look beautiful. I wouldn't expect anything less from Interlux. I swear by it, thank God for Interlux. Okay, so I got the stain on. I cleaned it all up. I prepped it. This boat has undergone sanding like a demon. Okay, so what did I use next? Well, I used Easy Wood Sealer by Pettit, clear penetrating sealer. I took that sealer, I put it on with a brush first, and I got all over first coat. And then I was like, I need more. So, obviously, I loaded it in my gun. And I went along, I sprayed it on. This is about 7 coats of sealer on here. I wanted to have a ton of sealer because the boat was so old. And it had like a lot of imperfections. So as I'm going with the gun, I'm touching it up with the brush. It's brush, brush. Okay? Kind of like the technique of roll and tip. Anyways, so I got sun. It looks great. The temperature in here is about 13. So it's like 13, 14. There's a crazy storm going on outside. Reference this. This is what it looks like outside the shop right now. This is insane. Anyways, I knew this bad weather was gonna come, but that's the beauty of being inside in a controlled weather environment. Anyways, this is just sealer, but the sealer looks amazing on this boat. And I filled all the inconsistencies and stuff like that. So, what am I gonna do? What's on the future for me, Tyler, at Killarney Boatworks? Well, I'm going to, tomorrow morning, I'm gonna take a look at it. I'm gonna see if there's any crazy imperfections, sand those out. Then, I'm gonna load in my gun. Guess what? Interlux Original, because I love Interlux. Thank God for Interlux. And I'm gonna put in my gun, and I'm gonna hit it, and I'm gonna fix it with the brush. So, it's like spray, I go, instead of rolling tip, spray and tip. Spray tip, spray tip. Spray tip. And I'm gonna do that. And I'm gonna go, you know what, honestly, because I used 2 quarts of wood sealer, I actually don't think I gotta go maybe that many coats, because like, realistically, like, some people just use Interlux Original and they put a bunch of Interlux brush thinner in it, and reference this product right here. And I actually have that product, that's for tomorrow. And they thin it out to use that as a wood sealer. But you know what though, I was like, I had it, and I already ordered it. I ordered it from Plastic Boat Connection down in Mankato. And yeah, so I got that going. Yeah, it's just coming together really good. I tracked down like pretty much all the hardware now. I'm still figuring out the windshield situation. I had 2 windshields come up. I had like a late 30s windshield with the curved edges go up, and then I got this green glass one, and I'm just deciding which one am I gonna pull the trigger on. Amanda thinks I'm gonna get sick in here because of the dust and stuff like that. Whatever, what does she know? Anyways, she knows a lot. But anyways, Yeah, the boat looks good. Like, I'm actually having a friggin' crisis in my life. I'm thinking to myself, this boat's pretty big. This is the 18, the Jitterbug's 16. The Jitterbug only takes 4 people at the max. This will take more than 4 people. The motors are the same. They're both Model Bs, so it's not much for power, but you're trading utility for sport. I don't know. I don't have to sell any of them. I'm a king of my own castle. My dad used to always say, the man who dies with the most toys wins. They don't all have to work, but you have to have all the toys. So, yeah. I don't know. I got some ideas for the future for this boat. I have ideas for the name of the boat. I have ideas that I want to do for hardware. I want to put an ornament on this boat. And I thought this one right here, it's like a swan, it's like a Packard one. Or like this like, kind of like angel looking mermaid thing. And I thought it would look really cool somewhere up there. You know, when I was talking to Greg on the phone today, we were talking about, you know, originality. And I'm at the mercy of restoring a boat with almost 100 years old. What are the parts out there? Whatever you can find. There's not much left. So besides this, like, window crisis, everything's actually pretty good. I got flag poles, I got bow pole, I got bow light, I got the leader guide to the front, I got the cutwater, I got all the stainless steel, I got a really cool ornate horn, there's a weird hole up here. I'm figuring out what I'm gonna do with that. I was actually thinking about making like a commemorative like plate to go over top of it. Or I'm gonna put like, what are these? It's like an anchor, like port, but I don't, you know what, like, it doesn't seem like I want to go. I don't know. I just think like, because this boat is like really special, and like, I wanted to do like a couple of years ago, rebuild wood boats, and every wood boat I was gonna dedicate it to a veteran who passed away. And there's a really important veteran who really passed away, who I was overseas in Afghanistan with, who recently passed away of health. And I was thinking about dedicating this boat to him. And I really don't give a shit if someone doesn't like it, if they want to buy the boat. I'm a king of my own castle, I can keep it, whatever. So anyways, that's a side note. But no, it's coming along. I've been watching a lot of videos of like it's like a 20 or 21 foot of this, and it has an inline 6, and the guy is having a great time on it. And the boat handles so nice. And I don't know how many of these are left, or even like realistically like reference this, the Chris Craft Essential Guide, the page. I don't have it here right now, but there's the number of how many were made. But I don't know how many are actually left, you know? Like, she's a survivor of all, and like, overall, like, as I was going through it, like, there's no rot. The bottom's original. I'm gonna put in, Interlux seam compound in all the seams underneath the water. And then I got the green for the bottom, and that's from Classic Boat Connection. And then I'm gonna put a white line in it, and I really think it's gonna pop. Like right now, we're kind of in like this like ugly stage. You gotta go somewhere dark before you see the light. And I think we're kind of like at the point where we're just like seeing off in the distance like a glimmer of light, And like, what is it gonna look like? It's gonna look good. And like, it's kind of, we're beyond the sanding point, stuff like that. And also, this week, you're gonna see it come in, or this weekend, We got a 1957 Century Resorter coming in that one of my friends from my work, he said, he's like, when I was a kid, my dad had a boat, and he always wanted something like this, and I'm like, why don't you get it? Like, why not? And he's like, I think that'd be really cool. So I'm teaching what I know, keep this hobby alive. Because you know what? There's a saying we say in the Army, information isn't power. If I have a skill like this, I want other guys to know the skill, because it's about keeping these bad boys alive. And personally, I really couldn't give a shit about like rich guys owning boats and stuff like that, because these boats, I know rich people bought Chris-Craft, but the common man bought Chris-Craft, especially something like this, the utility. And like, I think something this special doesn't deserve to die. You know what I mean? This thing is gonna be around for a lot longer of a time. So anyways, that's kind of it. Just got a little bit of a rant today, but it's coming along really good. I'm really happy with what it looks like right now, and I just want to get it closer to this, end state. And I know that when this boat goes in the water, these seams are kind of gonna get a little bit gross, but that's the beauty of it. You know what I mean? When she gets in the water and she really gets her moisture really taken back up in it, and you crack a little bit of your seams, haul it out, bring it back to the shop, clean it down, put another coat of varnish on it, and it's fine. It's nothing to worry about, you know what I mean? You're dealing with a 100-year-old boat almost. 1930. What happened in 1929? The Depression. You had to still have big bucks to buy this boat, eh? Anyways, it's a little bit of a rant. There's a snowstorm going on outside. The heater's going in the shop. You can just hear it whining away over there. And it's gonna be kind of like a special week with this boat coming back to life. And special thanks to Classic Boat Connection. They shipped out our stuff. I got all my clear coat comes from the Pinnacle, and they shipped that out of Nova Scotia. And what products did I use? Interlux. Because Interlux is sweet. They have great products. But I don't know, I don't think Americans get Interlux original, but whatever. It's the cheaper one, and it's the one I like, and it's the one we use forever. So I don't know, it's good. And Epiphane is good, don't get me wrong, but I'm not into it. I like Interlux because it's big pimpin'. It's pretty awesome. Anyways, my name is Tyler. You've watched me on Killarney Lake Boatworks. Like, share, subscribe, follow us on Instagram and YouTube and Facebook and on our website. If you have any questions, drop us a line. Go to our website, www.killarneylakeboatworks.com. We have an info box. Put any of your points, concerns in there. Thanks for following us this journey, and this isn't possible without you and Mr. Revis. Have a great night.